Alright, it's finally time that I get this video over with. So, I will be ranking every One Punch Man death battle. There's only 3 of them. I know I could wait for Boros vs. Battle Beast or another episode like that, but I just want to get this video done now. I've been putting this video off for way too long, so let's just get this over with. Like the title and thumbnail imply, this is dedicated to Biff Weed, since One Punch Man is his favorite series of all time, and I can actually completely understand that. By the way, if Biff is somehow watching this video, then it's kind of an honor to actually see you at least check out this video. But if you want to check out any more of my content, it's up to you. I'm not forcing you or anything, so yeah, I don't have a lot to mention. So we only have 3 episodes to go over, so this should be a pretty quick video to make. So I don't have a lot to mention. Let's just get this video started.
Holy shit, One Punch Man versus Don Cheadle? Literally my 2 favorite things on this earth.
Yeah, you all knew I would use that transition. So Genos vs. War Machine is in last place, although honestly I really like this episode. I think it's cool that War Machine gets his own episode, because I actually really like him. He's, I guess, my favorite Iron Man character, question mark. But I don't know, if I had to pick one out of the main characters, then I would probably pick him or Iron Patriot. Either one of those are pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Since I don't really know too much about Genos other than he can never win, which, yeah, I actually do agree with that. I was sort of expecting that on my first watch with this episode, and yeah, I was correct. Although this fight actually looks well animated. Both characters and the abilities they use do look nice. Like Genos using the Incinerate, War Machine using that beam or whatever near the end. Or Genos trying to suicide bomb the both of them with the bomb inside him. Quick thing to mention, I'm not going to actually know the names of almost any of these abilities throughout this video, so I apologize. For the few rapid attack scenes, I have heard they look awful, but honestly, I think they're pretty good looking. Just remember, this is my opinion. If you have a problem with that, then why are you even here? Looking at you, hate comment section. But anyway, the part where Genos gets his body parts back together do look pretty cool, especially the clicking sound that they make. The repulsor blast scene is also pretty good. By the way, Biff, yeah, I do agree, it does look like a bitch slap. Honestly, I'm bored talking about this episode, so can I just move on? No, someone wants me to at least mention something? Oh, I'm sure someone in the audience wants that. Okay, fine. If I had to mention one more thing about this episode, the environment is kind of fitting, I guess. Yeah, let's just move on. I'm tired of this.
Given how high this episode ranked, I'm sure you can take a guess as to how well it was able to meet my expectations.
I already talked about Mob vs. Tatsumaki, my Season 6 ranking, so I'm not going to have a ton to say more about this episode that I haven't mentioned already. So if anyone's interested in hearing me talk about this in more detail than this video, I'll link my Season 6 video in the description below if anyone is interested. You know what? I'm going to spoil it. It's in 9th place. Yeah, I just said that. Just go check out that video for more detail. While it's quite a coincidence that this is in 2nd place, it was really easy to make this list happen, though. So like I mentioned in that video, I think Mob vs. Tatsumaki is definitely a great episode, but I don't think it deserves 2nd place. Definitely really good, though. But yeah, I really don't know what else to mention that I haven't talked about already. I did mention 100% plus its remake in that video. I went over pretty much everything that I had to talk about in that video, I think. But ever since I did my Season 6 video, this fight, no kidding, has been really forgotten to me. I haven't watched this in quite some time, with one exception that I actually did check out not too long ago. We'll get to that in the next entry, which will be pretty shortly, because again, I don't know what else to mention that I haven't talked about already. Yeah, let's just get to the final entry.
Yeah, this really wasn't a difficult decision at all.
I mean, do I have to say anything on how good Saitama vs. Popeye is? I mean, I'll still talk about it. This fight is unique in so many ways, and I haven't actually talked about this episode at all yet until making this video. While this is definitely the best One Punch Man death battle, I don't think this is a 10 out of 10. Definitely close to that, though, for sure. Because this episode is kind of phenomenal. Kinda. You know, there's just more phenomenal episodes I could go to than this. I apologize. The biggest example that makes this episode unique is the different animation styles throughout this episode. We first get hand-drawn for around the first minute and a half, followed by a short segment where it's pixels, then back to hand-drawn, then we get 3D, and then hand-drawn for the final act of the episode. It all looks great and actually makes this pretty unique. I know I said that already, but I'm just saying. Anyway, how's the actual combat? I'm sure someone's wondering. It is very good. Like at the beginning of the fight, we just see Popeye kind of beat up Saitama for a little bit, until Saitama gets bored and then throws the death punch. And then some goofiness happens. While Popeye's body does explode from the punch, we get some random stuff falling from the sky for some reason, including his head, which makes a noise. Then a can of spinach coincidentally lands into Popeye's arm. Then he squeezes it hard enough to where the spinach actually lands into his mouth. After eating it, his body goes back to normal, and then we get... Oh, fuck, there is something I forgot to mention. For Genos vs. War Machine, I forgot to talk about the track KO Computer. You know what, I'll save that for later. Anyway, Balderdash, which is a banger by the way, plays at a very good time, and then we get some really good combat. Whether the two of them go back and forth really quickly or fire rapid attacks, they all look amazing. In fact, the best example I could possibly think of in terms of a rapid fire attack for this episode is when the animation changes to 3D and the both of them are exchanging punches so quickly. It looks awesome. I won't have too much to mention for the pixel and 3D parts of the fight, so I'll just cut straight to the ending. Saitama's inner monologue is actually quite nice. While I don't feel enthralled by Popeye's line when he actually bounces off of the sun, what I do feel enthrallment from is the final punch. Then Saitama cracks and pretty much dies. That actually genuinely caught me off guard. When Popeye lands back on Earth, Saitama turns into eggs, and I think that's kind of funny. And the little song Popeye does sing is good, not gonna lie. And that's pretty much it. Overall, this is definitely a great episode. Although if I were to do a Season 8 ranking, no kidding, I probably wouldn't put this on number 1, but we'll see though. At least in the top 5. Again, until I make the video, which won't be right now, but at some point. Alright, I think I'm done. Those were all 3 One Punch Man death battles ranked in one video. I may or may not update this whenever we get a 4th or 5th episode, it really does depend. But again, this entire video was dedicated to Biff Wheeze since he's a very big fan of this series, and I can understand why, and I thought I would make this video in general. Again, Biff, if you're watching this, I do appreciate you actually checking this video out. So yeah, I don't have a lot more to mention. So I guess I'll end the video here. I'm Colin Astro Healer. I'll see y'all later with whatever we do next time, and that'll be all for now.